Go Vikings, baby. Let's go.
Okay, any questions? We can just drop them in the chat.
Go ahead, Matt.
Go ahead.
Hi there, Tyrion. Correct us if that's the wrong pronunciation. Just
That's actually correct.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good. I would love you to just take us through the day today. What was that phone call like for you and your family?
Today was man, it was very exciting. It's been a long process, considering I've been to the Senior Bowl, been in Arizona training for months. I've been to Indianapolis for a week for a week at the combine. So just to see everything come to the end and finally get that call, I'm getting drafted. Felt like, some weight off my shoulders, feel like some things paid off. So all in all, man, I'm very excited. And the call made my day.
Hey, Tyrion, congrats and welcome to the team. Just wondering what excites you the most about working with Brian Flores and being part of a defense that he puts together.
What excites me the most is just I watch the league, and I watch Coach Flo. I see how he uses his defense. I see how he uses his front, and I feel like the way that he uses his front fits right into my game and where I'm trying to take my game too. So, I'm excited to get up there and work with them. I actually did a 30 visit to Minnesota. Fell in love with it. Fell in love with the facilities, the coaching staff, and just the style of play. So all in all, I'm very excited to get up to Minnesota and get in that Brian Flores defense.
Yeah, Tyrion, I was hoping to ask you more about that 30 visit. Just what did they put you through? What was your impression of going up there with all your Georgia teammates?
So really, it's just like a regular visit. I kind of compared it to a recruiting visit. Like it's basically like I went to the Vikings facility. I met with every person in the facility that has a job in the organization. They're basically just trying to fill me out, my character, my personality, and stuff like that. That the visit, I really enjoyed it. I was there the whole day. But it was different for me. I never been up there in the United States in the Midwest area, so it was kind of different. Weather was different for sure.
So Ryan Grigson was saying that Georgia is a defensive line factory. What do they teach you there? What's in the water down there in Athens that makes so many defensive linemen go to the NFL?
I would say just the mindset, when you're a lineman, mindset plays a lot into your game. You got to have that toughness mindset and also a mindset to where you're not going to be denied, whether it's in a gap, whether it's in a move you're doing to win, it all starts with the mindset. And also, I mean, Coach Trey Scott, he knows how to develop, he knows what he's going for. He knows what to look at the D lineman. He knows what it takes for a D lineman to make it to the next level. And obviously we see that, in these past couple drafts with all the players he's had drafted. So I'll say the key components to being a good player and a good D lineman and coming out of Georgia and what makes that a factory for D lineman is just the mindset that we have as D linemen at Georgia and the coaching staff that we have around us to develop us.
Just speaking of Georgia, I mean, you had to wait your turn a little bit with so many great players ahead of you. I guess what did you learn while you were being patient, and where would you like to grow your game when you arrive here?
The biggest thing I learned, was just being patient at Georgia. I came in my first year, didn't play, red shirt, all that. I just learned, just work behind the scenes, and when it's your opportunity, be ready. You never want to be a person where you're granted an opportunity, you're not ready. And I'm gonna bring that to Minnesota. I'm not looking to come in and start. I'm looking, they have good vets like Hargraves and Jonathan Allen. So, just trying to come in and learn from those guys. They've been in the league a while, just trying to learn the ropes from them and hopefully be able to get a shot soon and just be waiting on my opportunity.
First, congrats, man. Just wanted to ask, what position on the defensive front do you like playing the most?
I really like all of them the most. I've got that question a lot during my process, considering how many times I've played in the inside and also all the snaps I've played at edge position too. I just feel like, wherever the team needs help, I'm willing to go do it. I feel like I have the experience to play in any alignment on the line, So I really couldn't tell you a specific position that I prefer or I like better. You know, I just feel like I'm pretty kept up with all the positions on the line.
Tyrion, growing up, or I guess even closer to this point, are there defensive linemen or pass rushers in the league that you especially have enjoyed watching or try to kind of model your game after?
I tried to model my game after Trayvon Walker. I kind of learned from him in my early years in college. He was there. I played 1 year with him. Just being able to see him before he got into the league, and although he's becoming a great player in this league, just seeing him and his day-to-day routines of what made him get to that point, that helped me early in my career. And that's really a reason why I watch him today. And he's actually, doing really good, being very productive. I watch a lot of Jalen Carter. Really just guys I play with. Not only guys I play with. I watch a lot of different guys. Watch Josh Sweat, Russo, just a lot of different guys. But mainly who I compare to is Walker. That's how I see my game.
What was your impression of Coach Flores when you met him in Minnesota? Like, what did you think of him?
I think he's a very great guy, very sound guy, very detailed guy. When I went to Minnesota, he was very intentional with how he was going to use me, if I was to come in and if they was to draft me. I'll say he's very up to beat guy, very, very down to earth dude.
What was your impression of what your draft stock might have been after you came out of the combine when you had that really excellent performance? Like, did you have a sense that you could have an opportunity here?
Yes, sir. I was looking to go day two. But you never know with the draft, go a lot of different ways, so you don't want to get your hopes up on nothing, but just grateful to get an opportunity at the end of the day. That's all I was grateful for. I really didn't care about what round. I just knew if I got a shot, I was gonna put my best effort towards that.
Is there anything else like hobby wise that you'd like to share with Vikings fans? We found out Donovan Jackson's a big cat guy yesterday.
Yeah.
So anything
Ooh,
you
that's
want to throw
different.
out there? This is
That's different.
different.
Cat is different. um, I mean, I just do regular things. I got two younger brothers. Spend time with them. Go fishing, movies, play the video game, spend time, spend time with family. Really, that's all. That's all I do on my off time. Play a little bit of games, but not really a heavy gamer. Just when I get bored of something, that might be something I do. But really, mainly hobbies for me, man. I just do family time, and that's it.
Hi, Tyrion. Greetings from the UK. I'm based over here just outside of London. The
Hmm.
Vikings are unbeaten over here, by the way.
Yeah.
Have you, in your college career, have you managed to catch a London game on the TV? And should the Vikings ever head over to this side of the pond again, will you look forward to it?
Yes, I would definitely look forward to that. Never been nowhere like that. Actually, never really been outside of here. So, that'll be a very different experience. I actually called a game last season. I think it was Jacksonville who played in London, if I'm not mistaken. I watched it. It was different. I wasn't expecting it. I'm starting to see the NFL starting to go more international, games in Brazil and stuff like that. So I think all in all it's very cool. It's different. I think it's something to experience for sure.
Well, I'll tell you what, fans over here love a defender who gets after a quarterback. So you've got a message for
Yeah.
fans based on this side of the pond.
Oh yeah. Y'all gonna love me then. If y'all love people who get after you gonna love me.
Tyrion, I know obviously there was lots of years that separated you guys, but with going to the same high school that Sydney Rice went to, have you ever met
Yeah.
Sydney? Do you know him at all?
Me and Sydney from the same neighborhood. Actually, the house that I'm in right now is my other house. Sydney is from right down the road. So, we families know each other. Grew up. Sydney was like a big guy, big name. Was able to go to a lot of organizations in the NFL and thrive. So, I have a close relationship with Sydney. I've talked to him plenty of times. I know him personally. And just to know that he was a part of the organization with the Vikings just got me even more pumped. I feel like it's bigger than me. It's for the city.